Here's Canon. Here's an A to tune tube. This is the next lesson for Canon. Okay, we're going to play, our first chord is going to be like a F-shaped chord, like just a regular F chord down here, and you're going to move it up to the 10th fret. That'll turn it into a D chord. We're going to play the 6th, first and second string, the 4th string, so that 4th string will be on the 12th fret. You're going to play the 2nd and 3rd strings, and the 1st string again. In that picking pattern is going to be consistent through this piece for the most part. Okay, our next chord is going to be the A chord, and we're going to play like a D chord, D-shaped chord, but kind of like we went over in the last lesson or the lesson before that. We're just going to play, we're not going to use our first finger. We're going to play with the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, and we're going to move that up to the 9th fret. You're going to put your 1st finger down on the 7th fret of the 4th string. That's going to turn that into an A chord. And you're going to play the 5th string and 1st string, then the 4th string, the 2nd and 3rd string, and the 1st string. Then you're going to go to the B minor chord, and you're going to bar the 7th fret. You're going to put your 3rd finger down on the 9th fret of the 6th string. You're going to put your 4th finger down on the 7th fret, or the 9th fret of the 4th string. So your 3rd on the 9th fret of the 6th string, and your 4th finger on the 9th fret of the 4th string. You're going to use that same picking pattern, and you're going to go down to the F sharp minor. Just think of this one as a regular D minor chord, but again, don't use your little finger. Use your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. Move that up to the 5th fret, and go ahead and bar the 4th fret. And you're going to play the 1st and 6th string, then the 4th, then you're going to go to your G chord, same picking pattern, and this is kind of like our F chord again here. We're just moving it up to the 3rd fret, and you want to lift your 3rd finger off, put your 4th finger down where your 3rd finger was, and put your 3rd finger down on the 5th fret of the 6th string to give you that bass note. So it's still that F-shaped chord. Go down to a regular D. Then on this last G chord, you're going to play the open 1st string and the 5th fret of the 6th string, then the 4th string, 5th fret, then the 2nd and 3rd string, and the 3rd string is going to be on the 4th fret, and the 2nd string is going to be on the 3rd fret. Then you're going to play the same strings and just lift your fingers off so they're open strings, and finish up with an A chord. Okay, now let me give you a couple pointers to make some of these chords a lot easier. Instead of just fingering, we've gone over this before, instead of just fingering the whole thing all at once, just play the notes as you need them. So on this first chord, instead of trying to finger this whole chord and play it all together, just kind of play the first 2 notes, because those are our first 2 notes we're going to play. Remember, on the 10th fret of the 1st and 2nd string, you're going to play those 2 strings with the open 6th string. So you don't really need the rest of that chord at that point. Then go ahead, your next note is going to be on the 4th string on the 12th fret, so go ahead and put that down. then go ahead and put your third finger or your second finger down on the 11th fret of the third string and play that with the second string. And you could even take your third finger off at that point because you don't need it, and it kind of gets in the way of these two. So it's much easier to kind of. Same thing, we're going down to this chord, that D-shaped chord. Okay, well, you don't need to play the whole thing all at once. It's a hard chord to move into. So play it as you need it. Play the 5th string and the 1st string. Put your first finger down on the 7th fret of the 4th string, because you'll need that note next. And just kind of finish off the chord by putting your second finger down on the 9th fret of the 3rd string and your 4th finger down on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, and on this chord down here, the F sharp minor, you may have noticed when I play it, after it's this chord, that D minor shaped chord we were talking about, that you play like that, then you just go ahead and bar it. When I play it, then after I play that, then I take this finger off and I put it down here to play the next note. So, you know, I'll start off like this, and I take this finger off and put it there. And the reason I do that, because if I try to play it with the bar down, you can if it works for you, but where I have my joint here, right here, you know, there's that little gap there, and that little gap for me, it falls right over the 4th string, so I can't press it really hard, so I get kind of a buzz. So after I play this, I just got to lift it off and then play that note. So just keep that in mind, and that's kind of a hard the chords there are kind of in hard positions, but you'll get it. Just a little practice, and just remember to just play the notes kind of as you need them. Don't think of that you gotta finger the whole big chord all at once. Okay, until the next lesson.